What is going on, guys? The Rose here. Welcome to episode 95 of Less Than Serious. Tonight, as you were able to see for a minute before I put this stuff on the screen, we'll take this away again for a moment so you can see. We're going to be talking about Joe Biden dropping out of the 2024 presidential race, which was the biggest topic and the biggest piece of news that could have ever come out today. We're going to talk about McDonald's table bags. What the hell are they, and are they going to work? My money is no. My money's on no. We're going to talk about those. We're going to take a look at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics schedule and the Olympic Games that the teams and individual athletes will be taking part in. And we have some trivia, or some Jeopardy questions from mainly from 6 months ago, one from last week. That I'm going to have fun with the guys with. I'm going to quiz them on these questions and see how many of them they get right. I believe there's like 6 of them. And anyone in the chat also can play along too. With that being said, let me put you... Well, the answers aren't on the screen, so just because they give an answer doesn't mean it's correct. But, well, right now we have no one in the chat, which is kind of odd. Then again, I did just put the stream up about 10 minutes ago, so... Well, I think we should start... What's up, Casey? Well, probably with our main topic, I kind of wouldn't be surprised. But, ladies and gentlemen, Casey is Raw and MK Kratos. What's going on, guys? Oh, hold on. Let me unmute. Sorry about that. Let me introduce you guys again, because I'm an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey is Raw.
Yes.
And MK Kratos. How you doing, guys? Sorry, I had you guys muted when I asked, so go ahead now. You guys can be heard.
I'm doing good. I did absolutely nothing and slept all day, so...
Sounds like yesterday. What did you do yesterday? Sounds like you did the same thing yesterday.
No, I went to... Well, I mean, took the rug doctor back, but, and then I came home, finished editing my gameplay, and, did Saturday as Raw.
Yeah, I was gonna join Saturday as well yesterday, but you put a certain somebody on the show right away, so I'm like, all right, I'll see you later, Casey.
It was cool, though. I mean, I actually talk about that. I have another person that I did last week's with, and he worked out pretty well.
I did message you. I did message you on Skype saying, let me know if that person left, but I guess he didn't because you didn't respond back. So, but I was ready to join yesterday, but yeah, you put that person on right away, so I'm like, well, guess not.
Well, it is what it is, but it was a good show last night. It was definitely good. We wrapped up on talking about the assassination attempt on Trump, and Tex came in and gave us all his theories. So I'm shocked how many people we actually had in. Especially, I didn't have no topics posted on like the thumbnail or anything, because it was just going to be a wrap up show of some of the topics, like the boogie situation.
I've been following that a little bit. Yeah, the boogie one.
And the Rich Review Tech, and then obviously the assassination attempt, because we got more information about the assassination attempt.
At least we would like to believe we did.
No, well, I mean, there's seems like more and more information is coming out about it. Like, how Secret Service apparently knew about this guy about an hour beforehand.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, and there was like supposedly there was like officers like talking to the shooter beforehand.
Well,
Sounds a little like a setup to me.
I'm not going to say that. I think there was definitely failures in many points from the Secret Service, but I'm not going to say it's a setup. I think that's stupid because, like, that's just going to be like, why? Like, what? There's just, like, just have a better candidate and talk about that. I mean, I was hearing rumblings about Joe Biden dropping out last night.
And
So,
it was
and,
official today. So since you
yeah,
mentioned it, that's a damn good Casey segue. That's a damn good segue
yeah,
there,
but
Casey.
we still got Kratos to say hi and stuff.
He did say
I
hi.
said hi, you nitwit.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I didn't want him to be not have a chance to say what's up before
Well, you
we
segued
jumped
right
into
the first topic perfectly. So,
Yeah,
we'll get caught up with Kratos after we cover the first topic, and he can say what's up and what's been going on with him. Only because you segued perfectly into this topic. So I figured let's just cover it right off the bat. I was thinking of covering this first, anyways, so to get the elephant out of the room, you know.
yeah. Hold on, why is Ricky Starks being trending right now?
I have no idea. But yeah,
I mean,
here's the presidential letter that Joe Biden posted on Twitter at 1:46 p.m. this afternoon. Joseph R. Biden Jr., July 21st, 2024. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. We have? I don't know about that. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. Bullshit. Excuse me. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critical needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. People are still getting their hands on them, though. Appointed the first African American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic. That part is true. And the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression.
That part's a lie.
That part's a lie, absolutely.
Yeah, because the '08 recession was worse than this. But, I mean...
I remember the '08 one, yeah. I remember that one. That one was pretty bad.
Yep, I was in high school when that happened.
I just finished high school when that happened. I was a year out of high school.
That was pretty bad. And actually, I moved to Pennsylvania that year. So, actually, that was my first big paying job as a trailer mechanic. So, I wasn't really feeling the hurt like most people were. Like, me and my wife, we were actually making pretty good money during that time frame. So
let's see. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, what I always have, that there is nothing Americans can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember, we are the United States of America. So, based on his letter, we know a lot of this is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's see. We are not in a better economic state. Far from it.
Mm-hmm.
No, we were way better when Trump was president. I mean, inflation wasn't as bad.
Gas prices are almost twice as high as when Trump was in office. Come on, Casey.
Exactly.
Casey, don't kiss Biden's ass now. Don't
I'm
kiss
not
Biden's
kissing
ass.
it, dude. You think I'm kissing his ass? I've been saying Biden's been our worst president since I've been alive, and I thought Bush.
I agree with that. I thought Bush was bad too. Bush Jr. I thought he was pretty bad as well.
I thought he's pretty bad, but like I said, Biden did it in half the time, you know. And
yeah, Bush had 8 years to fuck up this country and start a meaningless war. At least Biden didn't go that far, although he almost got us all killed.
Yeah, but we're also like,
he didn't provide critical. He didn't provide affordable health care, even to citizens. Like, you know, he only mentioned the seniors. Like, healthcare is still expensive in this country.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I can't even really think of one good thing Biden did. I mean, he opened
Trump
the border
with autism. What did Biden do to help people with autism as president? Jack shit.
I mean, we got over COVID. I mean, we had to get over that. That was just a given. He can't say we did that together. We all had to get over it. It was eventually going to happen.
But that was not of him either. So you can't.
Biden gave more money to Israel and the Ukraine
than to his own country.
Yep.
And let's not forget $750,000 to each illegal immigrant that crossed our border.
Mm-hmm.
So most of this letter is a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, it definitely is. I'm like, well, let me ask you, can you think of anything he did good in the 4 years?
Not really. He almost got us all killed. He almost started I wouldn't say he almost started World War III, but he was almost a major factor in that happening. Thankfully, it hasn't happened yet.
Like, he can barely focus on anything. He's definitely like shown like.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala Harris was actually running the country behind the scenes, and he was just a figurehead for her.
Well, that's what some people say. I'm like, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. But I'm like, I mean, the president's almost like the King of England, you know, because the King of England can't really do anything. The president can barely do anything. Like, it's the government.
King Charles has pancreatic cancer.
But you're not seeing the point. I'm talking about how the King of England doesn't really have no power. Like, it's just royalty. And like, the government in England is what truly runs the country. While like the president, like, yeah, he's supposedly the most powerful person in the country, but it's really just the government runs the country, you know? Like he can't, like, Biden just can't press the the red button and to
Going on,
launch the nuke.
Butterfly. What's up? What's up?
He can't just launch the nuke with the red button. He has to have so many clearance before to do that.
Well,
Like
thank
the
God
only thing,
Thank God it's not just a button you got to push. You got to turn a key and everything.
well, like I said, you have to get clearance, and then also you like the only thing he could really do is pardon people, you know. And I wouldn't doubt he's gonna pardon his fucking son, you know.
Oh hell no, of course not. Well, well, actually he would. No, yeah, I said that backwards. He definitely will.
But I'm just like I'm super disappointed, and like I'm loosely like I think I'm more like I am recognized as a Democrat, but I'm a bit more leaning in the middle, maybe more to the Republican side nowadays.
That's
Because
because
like
the last couple of Democrats we've had have been fucking terrible.
people I don't think Obama is the worst president. I
No,
think
far from it.
Obama
Biden
I
is
think
now the
Obama
worst.
well, I think Obama stopped the bleeding that George W. did,
Right.
but we didn't gain any blood back, you know?
Yeah.
It's like he stopped the bleeding, but we're still running on low blood power, you know? Like, while I felt like Trump actually, really started.
Trump started bringing our troops home. He opened our
Mhm.
fucking pipeline and put some fucking 40 something thousand people to work
He
with
was trying
that.
to have businesses open here and have, like, try to stop people sending business out overseas.
He lowered our gas prices. Now the gas prices are almost twice as high as they fucking were. It's ridiculous.
The rent's gone up,
Yep.
groceries gone up.
Everything's gone up.
Like,
Yep.
it,
The cost
yeah.
of living has skyrocketed almost 10% in the last during his presidency.
Oh, tax is here.
Oh
Ew.
boy. Tex, you're willing to join the conversation if you'd like. Ew, Casey's here. The border is open. I have been a Trumper.
but but no, even though I'm loosely tied to the Democrats, Re- I'm leaning more to the Republican side. I think next time sign up, I'll probably change sides because I am very disappointed what the Democrats has done.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
And
I think everyone is.
like I at least when I thought when Trump was going to take over, I knew he was going to at least try to make the country run better, and he did. The only reason it went down is because we had the pandemic happen, and you can't blame that on Trump. You can't blame
Although
that minus.
plenty of people have tried and are still
Well,
trying.
but and you if you're gonna blame it, the people who made it in China, you know, that's the people who you can blame that on. But you can't blame Trump. Trump really tried to uh, block us from it for the longest time before it just finally just leaked in. You know, just once it got leaked in, it was here. You know.
Tex says it's MAGA or nothing. Butterfly says when you vote, tell them you want a Republican ballot.
Yeah. We got MAGA. My mom would be proud. She'd be happy about that because we agreed before she passed. We would talk somewhat about politics. She was very disappointed about Biden, and she was a Republican. So, but I think she voted for Trump too. But we agreed with a lot of the stuff. Like we would sit down and talk about that. But I guarantee you, even though it was a year and 1 day since she passed, she knew Biden was a horrible president. So
I knew Biden was going to be not good just based on his age, how old he was when he fucking during the 2020 election. I'm like, dude, this guy's like 79 or fucking 80 years old already. What the fuck?
yeah, I've been saying like on my channel, I felt that the guy like I think there should be definitely an age limit. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they should lower the age from 35 down to 30 for the requirement to run, and they should cap the age at like maybe 75.
Nah, I would say I keep it at 35 because some people are still not like mature by 30. So I would say 35, but I would lower it down to retirement age. So I would say 65 is the oldest you can be. Because after that, maybe 70, but 70 is still pushing it. That's why I say 65.
65?
Like, yeah, because that's retirement age,
The only reason I suggested to move it down from 35 to 30 is because if you're gonna put an age cap for the presidency, you're kind of making that age window for becoming president smaller. I figured if you're gonna cap it, then you should maybe lower the age requirement a little bit.
Yeah, but you have 30 years from 35 to 65. That's 30 years. You can have like what?
Retirement age in New Jersey, Butterfly. Retirement age in New Jersey is 70 now.
Is it 70 now?
At least here in New Jersey, it is.
I thought it was 68.
It's 67. Maybe. It's 67, but to get full benefits in New Jersey, it's 70. But we got a little bit more here. Joe Biden.
The thing is, I hate to cut you off. Like even my mom, when she passed, she was like 68, so she wouldn't considered as retired. Like she'd been retired for a while because she was disabled. She had knee issues. She had both her knees replaced. She had some back issues, so she was not able to work. She was able to have a life afterwards, but she couldn't continue to do the work she was doing. But if she was healthier, she would still technically be working at 68. But I feel like when you hit 65, you kind of like you worked your life out of your time to chill.
Yeah, most people retire and still have to work because retirement doesn't pay enough.
Well, a lot of times people would work like part-times, though, too.
Because they have to, because retirement benefits aren't enough to live on.
Yeah, so they'll work like a greeter at Walmart, or like they'll work at McDonald's and work for like 4 hours a day.
Don't suggest that. Don't suggest Walmart. We don't want to take away Mikkel's job.
He couldn't even be a greeter because he had to say, "Hi, welcome to Walmart."
No, Casey, that's not true. I actually know a guy who works at a Walmart as a door greeter in New Jersey who sits in a wheelchair and talks probably just as good as Mikkel does, if you want to call that good. And the only word you can understand him saying when he greets you is Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh, no,
well, I'm just saying. I should just say I wouldn't hire Mikkel as my greeter because one, I love Mikkel, but you're gonna look at him and it's like, "Welcome to Walmart." I'm like, it would look bad. I hate to say that, but
we got a little more here on the whole Biden thing. Again, Tex, if you want to be on the show and give your 2 cents on this whole situation, you're welcome to do so. 2:13 p.m., Joe Biden also tweeted, my fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination, which is kind of like a shortened version of his of the letter. It says, "I have decided to not accept the nomination and focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this."
I say no. Fuck that bitch. We need a better person who could run for that than her. But we got some competition. We got Frank in the chat.
Right? I didn't see Frank. Oh, there he is. Better political insight here than on CNN. Honestly, obviously we don't like to touch on politics, obviously, but I mean, this is like the biggest piece of news that could have ever come out, probably the rest of this month, especially today. So I'm like, you know what? Even if we just like go over the announcement and the shit that he posted with the letter and whatnot, it's like at least we gotta, we at least gotta acknowledge it, you know? What's going on, Frank? Thanks for the harsh truth. You guys are welcome to come on if you want to give your political insight. You guys can certainly do a much better job at this than we can. That's for damn sure.
Well, maybe Tex, not Frank.
Oh, Jesus. And this is why you're not invited to Frank's channel. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, fuck him. I mean, he doesn't let me be part of his channel. I mean, I could help him out. I mean...
Yeah,
like,
you could help him out. That's why he's got more subs than you, right?
For now.
You couldn't even help yourself. You only passed me in subscribers because you finally listened to me. I helped you get more subs than me. Go figure.
Oh, we got Tex.
There's Tex. What's going on, Tex?
It's good, Tex.
Yeah, boys, what's going on?
There you are. I was gonna say you were sideways for a minute there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera set up, but yeah, this is I mean, no surprise. I mean, anybody who watched the debate, 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, the minute you saw Biden step on the stage, it was like a matter of time. I was waiting for like somebody to get like that Showtime at the Apollo hook and like drag him off the stage or something.
I mean, it was all over for Biden, I think, the day he fell going up the stairs. And that was like the biggest meme that went around the internet for like a month.
Yeah. I'll say this. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of stupid stuff, but to fall upstairs, that's talent. That's something to be commended for. So,
I mean, I fall walking up the stairs once in a while, but that's because I have big feet. My feet are wider than the stairs are.
Well, there's so many aspects that you can break this topic down on. I mean, we could do hours on this, but I'm going to focus more on where do we go from here. Obviously, Biden is not running. I don't think anybody is surprised. Well, okay, here's the problem. Biden is not the problem here. It's the people behind him. It's the corporations. It's the ones pulling his strings. So who's going to be the next puppet up? Yeah, Biden's going to go away, but somebody else is going to take his place, whether it's Kamala, whether it's Gavin Newsom, whether Hillary comes back. Who knows? Gretchen Whitmer out of Michigan. It could be 100 different Democrats. I mean, Big Mike, Michelle Obama, could be him, her, whatever that thing is. This is the problem. We've already seen an attempt on Trump's life. It won't be the last. So they need to be watching Trump like a hawk. I mean, he needs to have 24/7 protection, constantly watching his back.
Oh, yeah, after what happened last week, absolutely.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, I was telling Casey and AJ this last night. I mean, there were at least 3 attempts on Kennedy's life before they finally got him here in Dallas. They're not good. They're not just going to say, "Oh shucks, we missed Trump, so we're not going to do it again." That's not how these people operate. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, it's 2 options. Either they throw this election and just save it up for 2028 and let Trump take the downfall of economy crashes or whatever comes, because look at the shape that we're in.
We're fucked.
2,
we're fucked.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, look at inflation, the price of everything. I mean, we're this close to everything falling apart. Or 2, they steal it. And how you know they're going to steal it, to me, in my opinion, is who do the Democrats put up as candidate? Which, by the way, completely breaking the law with Biden already accepted the nomination. Now they're just going to throw it away and punch in somebody else. That just shows you that they don't care about your vote. Yet they call people on the right tyrants because, if Trump takes office, he's never going to leave. The Democratic Party is playing fast and loose with the rules here, just appointing people to office now. That's not the Democratic way. That's not the American way. That's not how this works. Legally, the only way you can do that is if the person that is running for office dies. As far as we know, Biden's not dead. That's illegal. But either way, this whole process is whoever they put in will kind of tell something here. If they let Kamala do it, they're probably throwing it. If Hillary comes back, watch for a steal. Because I guarantee you, Hillary's not coming back out of retirement, which I do believe she is, to get beat again. So watch who they bring up, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Frank says the real question is, can Harris really improve the numbers because she polls just as bad as Biden?
No. The only reason Kamala Harris got to where she is because she was good on her knees with old Willie Brown out there in California. Okay. She couldn't even get her own party's nomination, much less the presidency. She's not going to win anything. That's what I'm saying. There's already PAC money tied up. They're like $100 million, $90 or $100 million. I forget what the number is exactly. That has been pledged to the Biden-Harris campaign. They can only use that money legally if one of those 2 people is running. Now, of course, we've seen how Democrats have no problem changing the rules. Go back to the 2020 election and how they change things up to make everything legal there. So I fully expect to see if it's not Kamala Harris, that $90 to $100 million will still be used for whichever Democrat is running. But there's so many problems with this that, I mean, it can go 1,000 different ways. I mean, we've got 4 months till November. God knows what's going to happen.
Less than
just
that.
within this past week.
Election day is November 4th, so you only got about 3.5 months, a little less than that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's November 5th, but yeah, it's this is what I'm saying. We've got a long ways to go. Just within the last week, we've seen the real president almost half his life took. The puppet in chief is crapping his pants somewhere in Washington. My question is, has anybody told Joe Biden he's not running? He didn't write that letter. He didn't send any of this out. Somebody else made that decision. So somebody might want to contact Joe Biden.
Well, wasn't there something being said that somebody was suggesting he should drop out like a few days ago or even last week?
They were calling for his step down the night of the debate. I mean, they were calling. I mean, go watch the CNN footage, like that CNN was doing of it that night. People were calling for his step down right then. They've been doing it since. Biden knows he can't win. There's only one way to beat Trump in this election, and that's to end the man's life, unfortunately. And I hope and pray to God that does not happen. But that's the only way it's going to happen. And this is.
I've been saying it earlier today since this Biden thing got announced. I said I don't see Trump losing this election now. I don't see it possible.
Well, I take that back. There's 2 ways. Either they steal it illegally or they kill it. And it'd be real easy to steal this one considering how many millions of illegals that they've given proper identification to go vote in certain states to. That'd be a real easy way to steal it, right? Or they whack the guy. So whichever way it falls, Trump needs to have food testers, 3 teams of Secret Service that are actual competent members, not 5'2", 300-pound women who can't holster a firearm protecting him. So, it's one of those kind of things.
And Frank said that's why they chose Harris. Legally speaking, she's the only one that could use the Biden
She's
the Biden
she's
horse.
the only one who can use the PAC money. Yeah, but as I said, a law is only as good as the paper it's printed on. They can have some emergency session and we voted on Article 3.5 and now we can change it. This is the world that we're living in. We're not dealing with honest people here. They do not have morals. They do not care. They've stolen crap right in front of us. They killed our president in front of us in the 60s. This is the monsters we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they did it to Kennedy, what's stopping them from doing it to Trump?
Right. Well, they've done it to multiple Kennedys. The Democratic Party is so savage. They'll even screw their own people over. Twice they screwed over Bernie Sanders. So if they'll do it to their own, do you really think they have a problem doing it to Trump? I mean, just say it. This is the world that we're living in here. We're not dealing with good people. We're dealing with savages, demon-possessed people that are just the worst. I've got my problems with Trump. I don't like his Israel stance. I don't like his stance on the, doing the hokey pokey, how he was enforcing that. I have 2 big issues on that. But I know if we don't go Trump, I've already seen what we had in these past 4 years. America can't handle another 4 years of this. This is not a left or right issue. This is a living everyday issue. This is buying groceries. This is buying gasoline.
Oh, yeah.
We can't afford it anymore. We can't afford to be sending all of our money over to Ukraine, giving Israel carte blanche to do their genocidal crap. I'm tired of all the Middle East stuff. I want America only. It's not America first for me. It's America only. NATO and the rest of them can go to hell. I don't care. America needs to keep our money here. We could have. Do you realize how much money each American could have had if we weren't giving Ukraine $60 million or whatever it is every time Zelensky came over here? And this is the Democratic Party doing this. This is the Biden crime family doing this. This is the problem. We could have been all so much better off.
Biden didn't give us any stimulus money when we were getting through COVID. That was all Trump.
But yet, all these illegals can surge the border, and he puts them up in 5-star hotels, gives them money, gives them everything, while we're out here starving and dying because we don't matter.
Gas prices
because we're not his voting base.
Gas prices are
this
almost
is
twice
why I'm
as high.
saying MAGA.
Food prices are fucking twice as high.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Ridiculous.
I mean, this is what I'm saying.
We're definitely in the works.
It's ridiculous.
We're definitely in way worse shape. I wonder how Trump's going to pull us out of this. I mean, you can't honestly do it overnight.
Well, he started to do it.
not.
He started to do it towards the end of his presidency, and then fucking COVID happened. So that just certainly set everything back.
Well, the first thing that Trump needs to do before he settles any economical stuff is calm down the tensions amongst the world, because we're about this close from about nuking the hell out of each other.
Yep.
That's what he needs to handle first. Once we get this whole Russia, NATO, Ukraine mess handled and out of the way, then we can go on to settling our own business.
There's no point settling our business if we ain't going to be alive to settle it.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, there is so much on the line. Just go back and listen to that presidential debate. Listen to how many times Joe Biden said Article 5 of the NATO Code. He is out there scaring people, threatening people with world war. An attack on one is an attack on all, which Article 5, for those who don't know, within the NATO Code is if one country gets attacked, everybody else starts in, which is what a world war.
Which is
why I don't like NATO.
That's what he's been saying ever since Russia invaded the Ukraine. He's been saying that for 3 years.
And Ukraine's not even a member of NATO.
Not yet, but apparently they're going to be. They already said earlier this
I
year
hope
that they're
not.
working on it, or last year rather. I mean,
I hope not. I
Well,
mean, I'm no pro-Russian by any stance, but on that Ukraine-Russia deal, I'm Russia all the way. Just imagine if somebody else was coming to your border and putting arms just right there pointed at you. What would we do if Mexico was doing that? We'd do the same thing that Russia's doing. I mean, you just got to have, you got to look at it a certain way here.
oh, I just found something. Like you brought up about the debate. Like, if Biden was gonna drop out, why did he even do that debate anyways? Like, did they just push them out of the office?
Well, I think that debate, now, listen, just my personal opinion, I think that was him throwing up his last shot of, hey, I can still do this. And he embarrassed himself so bad that he didn't have a choice, that they basically forced his hand.
and it wasn't just
Biden
that.
is not in control of it.
It wasn't just that. Then he had that interview on TV. What was it, like a week after the debate, which didn't make him look any better.
You mean his big boy press conference? Yeah, because that's how, if you, oh, you're such a big boy, Casey. You did good. They're talking to him like a 3-year-old. And this is supposed to be the leader of the free world? Well, I said, this goes beyond left or right, Democrat, Republican. Our president is a mindless toddler that's crapping his pants, going out in front of media saying my butt's been wiped. And he's serious.
Hold on. Do you think he actually wears the pins?
Oh, 100%.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's at that age.
Have you not seen within the last few months the times where he has crapped his pants in public?
Well, I've seen where he fell so many times, like fell down the flight of stairs.
No. On the Memorial D-Day, there was another time he was walking across the White House lawn in front of cameras, and he stops and squats down like you do when you poop, and literally does it. This has happened multiple times. I mean, I don't know how y'all don't. I guess I'm just a political nerd and I pay attention to this stuff. But this is, for anybody who's been paying attention, this is not news. This is like, oh, okay, yeah, we've been waiting on this for a while. So,
that's why I've been saying that this, like, we need an age, and I think that age is 65 because I think even 70 is a little too old.
While I do agree there needs to be a certain age, I don't know what that number is because look at Trump. He's 78. He's still sharp as a tack. Okay. I've known people who were in their 90s and they were still driving and active. What I would say is once you get to a certain line, there is like twice yearly cognitive tests done in a certain way. What's more important to me is term limits in Congress. So you don't have people like Nancy Pelosi who have made a career out of just being corrupt politician and running things. That to me is the bigger issue because a president only gets a possible 8 years. You can be a congressman, whatever, for the rest of your life. Government was not meant to be that way. You were meant for a short time and then you go away until the system realized, oh, we don't work for the people. We own the people, which is not what it's supposed to be. That's when things went sour. That's when things went south. And it's messed up, man. It's just a mess.
And I was saying earlier today too, like, they're gonna do this Democratic nomination thing in a few weeks at some point next month. And I was saying, like, 2.5 months.
I believe it's the 11th coming up. So, I believe is what it is.
2.5 months, I don't think it's enough time to legitimately gain enough support to legitimately win the election. I don't care who they fucking
I know all of these people came out and endorsed Kamala, including the Clintons, which I think that's a smokescreen. I think the nominee will be Hillary Clinton. I really and truly believe that. There is no way. Huh?
My brother was suggesting earlier today, because he's a Trump supporter too, and he was saying that there was a lot of people who voted for Biden who was going to vote for Trump because they don't like Biden and they feel like Trump is obviously the better option between the two. But now that Biden's stepping out, stepped out of the race, he said that Trump is probably going to lose a lot of that support that he gained because now Biden is not going to be the one facing him.
I agree with that because, I mean, now him not being there,
now it's like they're voting for Trump because anyone but Biden, but now Biden's not running anymore, so they don't have to vote for Trump. They don't feel like they have to vote for Trump anymore.
I would have agreed to that prior to the man getting shot, but we've seen the man get unjustly convicted of 34 felonies, which will be overturned, by the way.
That's actually supposed to happen on the 11th too, isn't it? August 11th? The decision on that, I think?
It's pretty soon. We have seen them run Trump through every system. They've shot the guy. They've turned him into a criminal. They turned him into an outlaw. What does the black voters love? The rappers, the outlaw type stuff, right? They gave Trump more street cred than any rapper has ever had in their life. Okay, even if they have a black woman running for office, yeah, that might peel off some of that. But I still, like I said, there's only two ways they beat Trump: they kill him or they steal it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
fair election.
They're not going to do it legit. There's no way. I don't see it happening.
Oh, of course they're not. They don't do anything legit. But if this were a free and fair election, you would see an election just like whenever Reagan got reelected, where like 49 out of 50 states voted for the man. This is how this would go if this was free and fair. But we know that's not the case. So we have to be prepared. That's why I'm not saying when Trump wins. I'm saying if, because I know how the other side plays ball. I'll pay attention to this stuff. I'm not an idiot. So
it just seems ever since the Bush, it was Gore versus Bush election in 2000, right? Where it looked like Gore was going to pull out, but then somehow, I guess W somehow stole the election.
It's because the Bushes are just as corrupt as the Clintons are. They're all part of the same club.
Yeah. So, ever since then, it's been like a tight race ever since every election. It's never been like last election, I thought hands down, Trump was going to win it in a landslide.
I mean, technically, didn't the government already steal the 2020 election from Trump? So they're going to do it again?
Trump, see, that's the thing. In the last election, Trump was winning till about 3 a.m. when a water main broke. We had an emergency. And then somehow 300,000 votes or something magically appeared overnight. And just, by the time everybody woke up, Joe Biden actually won the election. We know that's bullcrap. It's all.
Oh, God.
They stole it.
Yeah, especially when it took, 3-4 days for them to finally say, oh, yeah, Biden's our new president. President-elect.
That's another thing you have to keep in mind with this election. It's not going to be over on election night.
Oh, no.
The standing vice president has to ratify the vote. Let's say Trump wins in a landslide. Do you really think Kamala Harris is going to ratify that vote and not give them hell?
Especially if she's the one going against him? Especially if she's going against him? Absolutely not.
Right. This is going to end up in court, probably end up in the Supreme Court. This is going to be a long, lengthy process. So on January, 12th or whatever it is, it's not going to be easy. This is going to be a fight. Even if Trump wins in November, there's 80 days almost that a lot can happen in between. Anything could happen. I mean, hell, they could announce World War III start tomorrow and we don't have an election. That's another possibility. This thing could go 1,000 different ways. It's a scary situation.
That would be very, very fucking scary if they would literally spark World War III just to keep Trump out of office and literally kill everybody.
Why not? It's not like they started a fake pandemic to lock everybody down, steal an election, try to assassinate a past and future president. It's not like they've done any of this stuff.
Which, by the way, Trump
this is all crazy stuff, right? right.
Trump
None of this
Trump has turned that into a fashion trend, by the way.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course, yeah. Well,
I never I never got a chance to get the Rose's opinion about the whole thing with the assassination attempt.
I
I
didn't look
mean,
much into it. I just heard that it happened. I didn't see anything
go
before it.
back and
I didn't see
listen
anything after
to
it.
Casey's show last night. I'm not going to repeat myself because it takes like hours to do. I didn't even cover all of it last night. I just covered like a sliver, just a portion of it. Just go back and watch Casey's show.
All I
last
know,
night.
all I know is it happened, and there was an innocent bystander who unfortunately was killed. Supposedly,
Yeah, Corey
I've seen.
Compatore.
Supposedly,
Compatore. Sorry, it's an Italian.
I've seen
Okay.
YouTube uploads of saying that there were people talking to the shooter before the attempt was even made.
Oh yeah.
So, like, to me, it seems like a setup. Based on just knowing that bit of knowledge, I feel like it was a setup. Okay, well, you know, this is what's going to happen. This is when you're going to do it. I didn't really look into it or watch the videos with those titles, like saying, "Oh, officer spoke to shooter before assassination attempt." But just knowing that little bit of information makes it feel like that it was a setup to try to take Trump out.
It was. It was an inside job. It was a setup. These people knew exactly what they were doing. It's not even when the mainstream is basically acknowledging it without acknowledging it. That's how you know. And it's a mess. It's like I said, just go back and listen to the hours we did on it last night.
Yeah, I was going to be on the show last night,
many,
but I can't.
There's so many things.
I can't be on.
They're trying to give him the Kennedy treatment. That's the short answer. They're trying to Kennedy the guy. And like I said, I'm not even a big Trump guy because, like I said, I don't like his stance on the, hokey pokey in Israel. To me, that's two very big issues that are problematic for me. But even with that, I recognize that we all have to get behind Trump, not just because he's Trump, but because it's a better option for our country. It's a more affordable option for our country. Trump didn't get us into any wars. What has Biden done? Biden has jumped into any war that will have him. I mean, we don't need this stuff. So.
Well, that's what I was telling the guys beforehand. It's like, I can't even think of one good thing that Biden did in the 4 years. It's like, all I know is that he done damage to our country.
Well, no, actually, Casey, that's not true. Biden did a whole lot of good if you're an illegal. He loves those people. If you're an illegal, he gives you free housing, money, takes care of you. He puts your needs over the people who are, actually matter in this country. And this is the problem. And like I said, it shouldn't be America first. It should be America only. That should be the stance that we have.
The only thing I'm concerned about that I've been hearing about a lot lately, ever since last week's goings on at that rally, I've been hearing a lot of this Project 2025 thing, and I'm not hearing good things about it. That's the only thing I don't like.
No, Project. You need to actually. What Project 2025 is, it's not even, Trump didn't write that. And it's not even that actually of a bad thing. Basically I don't have time to break it all down and everything. Basically what it is, so seriously, it's huge. Dude, when you get into this political stuff, you can go 1,000 different ways. I know why people like Alex Jones are crazy. Because once you open this can of worms, you can't you're going to get dirty. This is the way that it is. But basically what Project 2025 is, it's a super conservative set of ideals it was the Heritage Group or Heritage something. I can't remember this group's name, but it's a group of political conservative people that have gotten together and wrote these ideals, which a lot of them used to work for Trump under his old 2016 presidential regime. And I like Project 2025. It puts America first. The only people freaking out about it are the gays, the trannies, the people on the left that have alternative lifestyles. I'll just It's the easiest way to put it. And they don't like it because it doesn't praise them and do all of their nonsense. It's a more traditional conservative way of living.
See, some of the things,
kind of what it is.
some of the things I've heard about it is that like it's gonna like do some shit with the FDIC, and then your bank accounts aren't gonna be insured anymore. And there's a couple other things,
Well,
and like women can get
we need to
prosecuted
get
for miscarriages and shit now. I've been
No,
hearing that.
Well,
come on.
here's the thing. There's a lot within the Project 2025. Well, like I said, it's nothing but ideas. It wasn't written by Trump. It wasn't written by his people. It was written by a group of people within Washington that have sway, is what it was. And like I said, there's a lot of it that I like. You know, there's the people that are freaking out about it are the ones that are anti-conservative, and they get all of these people to rush out on social medias and interviews. Oh, well, if you vote for Trump, you know, our democracy is over. While at the same time, they are illegally just going to place a candidate after one already won the nomination, which, you know, that sounds a lot more tyrannical to me than what anything the Conservative Party is doing here. But, you know, that's how this world works.
One of the tweets I saw, I'm looking for it, that somebody was talking about the Project 2025 and mentioning the FDIC and how it's going to put everyone's bank accounts at risk, and no more like bank account insurance. It's supposed to
You need to
hurt Medicaid and Medicare a lot.
Going and reading Project 2025. It's a pretty interesting read. I know you're not as hardcore right as I am, but I think there's a lot you would like within there. And I would recommend anybody who's never actually read it, go check it out. I would say that.
There's a comment in the chat says, from Love You says, you do know the nomination for Democrats hasn't happened yet, right? Like, yeah, we know that.
We already mentioned that. We've already said that.
Obviously, they have not had the DNC yet, but all of those people that voted for Biden, it's still showing basically, hey, we're just going to place a candidate here is what this is. Obviously, the DNC has not happened. Yes, I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, plus, even when Biden is endorsing the vice president, that doesn't mean anything.
All of those voters have already been pledged to Biden. There's a pact that has already formed with money. Literally every step has been done besides him accepting the nomination. This is why this is the problem. The whole thing is screwy. It's the people screaming tyrannical government are the ones actually being the tyrants themselves. This is the problem.
What's going on? Love you though. What's up?
What's up?
No, I was just giving a shout out to the chatter, to the commenter.
The chatter.
Oh yeah, no. This is what's good. We need political discourse back and forth because so many people don't actually talk. They just.
Well, I invited Frank to come on too, but he's been a little silent. I saw news
on Twitter, and that's where they, whatever. They don't actually pay attention. That's the problem.
I don't dig too deep into it. I just know like people's stances here and there. I mean, I do listen when you guys talk about it, and I do form more of an opinion based on what you guys will talk about, because you guys definitely. That's why I even said, like, Tex, you and Frank want to come on. You guys can do this better than we can.
I tried to get Frank on, but I wasn't sure if I had his Skype account.
I haven't spoke to Frank today. I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea.
He's been in the chat, but he's been pretty quiet for the last 10, 15 minutes.
I just know that we have never seen anything like this politically. I mean, especially in our lifetimes. I would say maybe go back to the 60s was the last time you saw something like this, with going from Kennedy to LBJ and everything. Like, I would say that's the closest we've ever seen. I mean, Frank's obviously older. He could speak to something more like that because
Frank
he's seen more than we have.
Frank's
But,
like 100 years old. I'm like, he
hey,
even
Casey, with
when.
comments, you wonder why you get nowhere with comments like that. Like, you think you learn once. I get
Well, I'm just speaking the truth. I
I didn't
mean,
even hear what Casey
Frank-
said. He was trying to talk over you, Tex.
He said Frank was 100 years old,
Oh,
apparently.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Come on,
Oh, yeah.
Casey.
not like that. Like he was part of the first president he voted for was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, Jesus
So-
Christ.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, at least he voted for the right president. So I mean, I'll have to give him points on that. But
This is why I said what your
So,
comments
okay,
about Frank before is why you don't get invited to his channel.
well,
So
I'm
I'm
just
curious. Like, I know Casey is. I would call Casey more of a middle of the road voter. He doesn't really have a hard stance either way. Rose, what are you like? Give me the
Holy
short version.
shit, Kratos. Hold on a second.
Where do you stand on your politics? Like, where are you at?
Where's all that ruffling
that?
coming from, first of all?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's not me.
You might have to repeat that. I was trying to hear what you said. I heard like bits and pieces of it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was saying, I know Casey's kind of more of a middle of the road kind of person, a little liberal, a little conservative. He can kind of go either way. Where do you stand politically? Are you like where would you classify yourself?
I'm probably a little bit probably closer to Casey's stance. Like I don't follow politics enough to like have a definitive decision. But like I said,
Okay.
like I'll listen to what you guys say, like you, Frank, and Drew, and you know people that are more knowledgeable in the in the political field, and then I'll base
Right.
I'll base my own opinions based on what you guys are talking about, and that's why I said like this the bit like these are some of these things that I heard about Project 2025. I wasn't saying they were true. It's just what I've seen posted online, and one of those tweets I actually did see have been deleted. So,
Well,
So
you're
would
not
it be
going to
fair
want
to
to
kind
take.
of call you more of a moderate then? You're kind of like, okay, I'm trying to see how I can, okay. What are your thoughts on abortion? Like, what's the short version of that?
I think it should be allowed under certain circumstances. Like obviously a rape baby, you should be allowed to abort that. But if you're conceiving a child, I feel if you conceive a child, like you go through, you do it the right way, and you want a child, and then while you're pregnant, you decide a few months later, I don't want the child anymore. Then that's kind of fucked up. Like you already did the deed. So
That's
why
true.
You would
why
be
take?
fine with like, so you would be fine with like abortion on the stance of like rape or incest, but
I've
not
also
just
known
as
I've also known a lot
oh,
of women who were raped in my lifetime. So unfortunately, so I figured if they're gonna conceive
right. Well, that's what I'm
through
saying.
rape is kind of fucked up.
Where do you stand on gun control? Like, what are your thoughts on the Second Amendment?
I think everybody should have the rights to own a gun, of course, legally. And my brother has a few guns, and he does everything by the book. And New Jersey has some of the worst fucking gun laws in the country, to the point
Yeah,
where
y'all are horrible.
the Supreme Court has already shut down a lot of what fucking what the fuck's his name? I don't even remember his fucking name right now. Murphy, right? Phil Murphy. The Supreme Court's already shut down a lot of the shit he tried to pass for our state's gun laws. Yeah, I think as long as you are not a repeat, I would say even if you're a first-time offender, depending, like if it wasn't like a major fucking thing and it didn't, and your crime didn't have to do with fucking guns or violence, then I would think like if you could prove that you're fucking mentally stable and you're not gonna fucking take yourself a gun legally and then go do something stupid with it. That even a fucking an ex-con, should even be allowed to have a gun. But I think I think a criminal should have to go through more steps than a regular person with a clean record.
Right.
Well, yeah.
But I don't think I don't think like taking away the guns is the answer.
So
I guess
where do you stand on? Oh, go ahead, Casey. Go ahead.
I got a quick question. What about someone that was convicted of robbing a bank, but he robbed the bank with they had the like instead of showing a gun, they kind of like did this, like, it's a finger gun, and they robbed it. So it's not technically
Well,
violent, but
at
it's
that
like,
point, if you rob a bank with a finger gun, you should legally have to have your fingers removed so you can't ever do it again. That should be the punishment.
Like I said, Casey, like any crime that's not a major or violent crime. Like if you're looking to
it's
rob,
not violent.
but you're still robbing a bank. That's a fucking.
Yeah, but it's not violent.
That's gonna
though.
land you in
I mean,
prison for quite a while.
No, robbing a bank is a violent, yes, because there are people within that bank that, yes, that would be considered a violent crime.
Well, hold on. If you're just like,
But you're
like
not gonna be SpongeBob wearing a fucking sock over your head, standing the wrong way, screaming at the bank teller to put all the money in the bag. Okay.
okay, but instead of having a real gun, it's your finger, but it's in a coat pocket, so they don't. It's not. They can't. I don't think that's violent.
No.
It's a.
What would now? Obviously, I'm not an attorney, but what I would say would happen here is that shows what's called intent of if you're walking into a bank with your hand in the shape of a firearm and you say give me your money or else, that shows violent intent. That's a violent crime. So you're screwed.
Yeah, like anybody, like if you commit a crime, like okay, let's say you steal fucking, I don't know, let's say you steal a video game from Walmart and you get arrested. You didn't do anything violent, you just stole a video game, you got fucking busted, you go to jail. And as long as you're not a repeat offender and you prove that you can be fucking crime free, after a certain amount of years, then I think you should have the right to own a firearm. As long as, like I said, you prove that you can't do something stupid with it.
Well, and so
put it this way. Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question with a personal story that this actually happened to me 10 years ago.
You got robbed with a finger gun?
No, my next door neighbor, was arguing with his girlfriend one day. Threatened to shoot my older brother because he was over at the house, hanging out with them. And then it was like a couple of weeks later, the girlfriend's daughter was over here playing with my younger brothers because they all go to the same school. They were friends and stuff. And they were here. They were making a fucking mess. They had the front door freaking wide open, running in and out of the house. So I calmly went next door, knocked on the door, told the mother was out doing whatever. I don't remember if she was working or she was out shopping or doing something. But I told the guy, like, hey, the child that lives here is at my house making a mess, leaving the front door fucking wide open. And, like, okay, so he did tell the child to get her ass home. But then the child came home, called her mother, and I don't know what fucking happened, made up a bunch of bullshit. And then he came out of the house and said something to me. He said something to me, and then he followed what he said to me, he followed it up with, nobody's gonna save you, or the police can't save you either. Like, basically threatened to murder me. For telling the guy that the fucking child, whose mother is out, and he clearly wasn't watching them because he's not the father or the stepfather. And I called the cops. Cops came over and talked to him. One cop talked to him. One cop talked to me. And all they said was, "Oh, just stay away from each other. If you can't get along, stay away from each other." I said, "Okay." I said, "What if he has a gun in the house?" Right? I said, "What if he has a gun in the house? The guy threatened to fucking murder me, and he threatened to shoot my brother a couple weeks prior to this." And the cops didn't offer any safety concerns or anything. They didn't try to get a warrant to search the house for weapons or nothing. Or whatever. All the cop just said was, he ain't got no guns. Like, how the fuck do you know what he's got in that house? You don't know what the fuck he's got in that fucking house if he's threatening to fucking shoot people.
Exactly.
And kill your fucking neighbors.
And
guess what? He's got a gun in that motherfucking house. I know he's got a gun now because him and my brother have gone to a firing range together.
The minute he said the police won't help you, that's the minute from the movie Tombstone, I look at him and I just look at him and say when, and I just wait for him to come across, and we just handle it right then and there.
And then,
But you know,
a few years after that, we were gonna go to. We couldn't decide. We were all gonna go hang out. We couldn't decide if we were gonna go to Seaside, the boardwalk, over here. You know, I mean, I don't live too close to it, but I don't live, you know, completely out of range of going there. Or if we were gonna go to a different boardwalk in North Jersey, or if we were just gonna say fuck it and just go out to eat and, you know, hang out as friends and neighbors and whatnot. I still don't like the guy to this day. And I was like, all right, well, if we're going to go out to eat, I want to go take a shower first. And because if we're just going to go to the boardwalk, I wasn't too worried about showering. So I'm just going to walk around. It's summertime. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to sweat. I'm going to be stinky anyway from sweating and walking around the boardwalk. But I'm like, if we're going to go to dinner, I want to take a shower first. So then, and then we're like, oh, you don't have to worry about that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm going to go sit in a fucking restaurant. I'd rather be clean and shower first. So then this fucking guy, I don't know, freaking decides to fucking throw his 2 cents into the ring, yelled at me about fucking about going to take a shower. Then after he yelled at me, he hopped in his pickup truck and revved up his truck at me like he was gonna fucking run me over with his truck.
Well, maybe you're one of those people who takes like a 30-minute shower.
Dude, no,
so
I take 15 minutes at the most in a shower.
See, well, I do need to state, Casey's never heard this word shower before. He doesn't know what that is. He's never had one. So he's kind of a stinky boy. So, that's why he's so concerned about what this is.
Granted, like I don't usually take a shower every day during the weekend, like especially when I really hadn't done anything this weekend. So like I'm not stinking.
I mean, I don't shower. Every
Casey
day
does that thing where like Casey will spray like a fog of axe in the air. He just walks through it with his arms up, and he calls that a shower.
Well, you know what that actually.
Well,
you know what they actually do call that, Tex, right? And this may sound a little racist, but it's a joke I've heard. It's called the Puerto Rican shower.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. No, yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. But Casey's known for a lot of things, but his cleanliness is not on that list, unfortunately. So it's.
Oh, by the way, I'm glad Tex is here. Tex knows this. I'm glad that not only I had my face is on the screen on the camera, but I'm glad my face is in the corner of the screen. But I'm gonna have to have.
You're closer to the middle, not exactly the corner. But anyways, Casey, go ahead.
I'm gonna need a credit roll where I take the credit for everything, like I do on my channel.
Oh yeah.
That's not happening here.
So.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, his entire credit roll is he thanks himself about 20 times and then ends the show.
But I will say this: we did go a little over an hour on the political talk. I wasn't expecting to go that long, but I wanted to get somebody on here who can offer a little more insight than what we can do here. I will say this though: go check out the Harsh Truth, especially on election night, because I'm sure they'll have a coverage live stream for quite a few hours of the live election. Coverage.
We don't. I mean, we've verbally talked about doing a stream, and I'm sure we will. But yeah, just stay tuned. So it'll be a fun one. So.
Is there anything else? Anything else you want to say on the text, Casey, before we move on?
Trump 2024.
Yep.
Tex, you're welcome to stick around for the rest of the show if you want. We're going to talk about. We're going to take a look at the 2024 Olympics because that starts up in a few days. We're going to preview the Olympic Games and whatnot. What's going to be played. We're going to take a look at the schedule. We're going to see what this McDonald's table bag thing is all about. Personally, I think it's going to be a failed bag. I think it's going to be a failed invention. And we also have some Jeopardy questions I was going to ask everybody and let Casey participate. since he loves some wrestling. This would be down your alley too, Tex, because it's actually from the 80s. So you might actually like these too.
Okay.
If you wanted to stick around, if not, it's up to you. If there's anything you
Well,
want
I was just going to hop on for a minute. Y'all were talking the political stuff, and I've been listening to it all day, so I felt motivated. But I'll let y'all get on with your show, and I'll be in the comments. Something I might pop back on for your Jeopardy thing if I'm available. But I'll let you know.
Alrighty, well, Tex, before you go, especially if you don't come on back, are there any updates on the Tex Fantasy Football League? I know I haven't joined it yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah, the league is set up. Obviously, within our DM group for the fantasy football that I set up last year, the link is in there for any of the guys that want it. Currently, the only two that are in there are TSS and myself. The championship match.
Send me a link on Skype.
Okay, yeah, I'll send you one, Kratos.
So Casey, Casey, and Kratos would make
Casey
5.
has it as well. I will say for anybody. I will say for anybody that's within the group and/or Casey, the draft is August 4th, so it is coming quickly. So
that actually lines up with the next LTS too.
So yeah, it's August 4th. Like it's in the evening. I can't remember exactly what time it is, but
it'd be perfect doing
quickly and
a live stream.
I'll be posting within the group just reminders for whoever's going to play who wants to sign up, and we'll have a fun league this year. So hopefully I can run the table again and
now what happens?
Win my own.
What happens if you don't get a lot of teams? Like we had 9 teams last year, and so far, even if it's only you two and the 3, and then the 3 of us join, that's only 5.
I'm sure I can fill. I know enough people that I can. I'm wanting to get 12 teams. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for 12, but I'll be happy with 10. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. So
I could probably ask my brother to join, so he'll probably do it. That'll be 6. And then if Frank joins again, that'd be 7.
Yeah, Frank, and then Kratos. I sent Casey a link as well. So yeah, we'll. I'm sure it'll be a fun season this year. I'm looking forward to it. I've been doing my research and getting ready. So, what's up?
Is the Rose shirtless?
It's what is it in here? It's fucking 83 degrees in my room. Shut up. I'm only.
Yeah,
Thank God I'm not looking at the.
You could only see me from the shoulder. You could only see me from the shoulder up anyway. So.
Casey, how many shows did you do from bed?
Right.
Like, do you really want to start throwing stones? Like,
wait a minute. Especially like, what was it? 2 months ago, you were sitting in that exact position with no fucking pants on and you had a blanket covering your legs, so you had no pants on.
Well, no. Yeah, I didn't have pants. I had shorts on.
I asked you if you were even wearing underwear. You're like, maybe. I'm like, Casey.
Well, I mean, I wanted to make sure that I had to put you on your toes.
And was it not you on Derailed one of those nights before Drew closed up shop that took his fucking shirt off and you were able to see the whole front of you and how fucking hairy you were and fucking your pepperoni nipples?
I don't think I got pepperoni nipples. That's something like
Casey. Those that live in glass houses should not throw stones, my friend. Like,
at least you could only see me from the shoulder up.
Yeah, see, but I'm just saying.
Right here is a live example of fuck around and find out. Casey fucked around and instantaneously found out. So.
I'm just saying. At least I'm wearing a shirt. Like, I might be laying across my recliner because I just like doing that. But
hey, if Review Tech from Casey, USA can do it and be fully shirtless and showing his man boobs and everything on the streams, then certainly I can look naked from the shoulder up. Okay.
He also gets paid to donate people donate for him to be shirtless.
Well, they're fucking weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Casey's going to do the opposite. Casey's going to start his show shirtless. He's going to get paid to put one on. So
Actually, I just thought about an idea I'm going to steal from Derailed. No, since I've been monetized, I might steal an idea.
oh yeah, what's that?
Well, I was thinking about maybe the $5 you change the topic idea. Like you,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. We do 5 minutes of the topic.
Are you going to
for
do?
five-
Or are you going to drink peanut butter whiskey shots too, and do all that?
You know what? If maybe I will for like $50. Maybe do it like that.
There you go.
It's
Well,
not a
either
bad
way,
idea.
I'm gonna let Rose get on with the show. Thank you for the invitation, letting me on here to annoy y'all for a few minutes. But I'm gonna hop off. And, I will see y'all later.
All right.
See you, Tex.
Adios.
So now he's leaving. Now I can talk some shit about Tex.
Oh Jesus! See, you see what happens? He said he's gonna stay in the comments. He's gonna hear everything you say.
Actually, he's still on the call though, too.
Yeah, he didn't exit.
Yeah,
he didn't exit yet. He probably heard you're gonna talk shit about him. He's fucking turned right around.
Well, what exactly are we going to talk about this Olympics deal? Like, honestly, I couldn't care less what's going on with the Olympics.
Well, I was just gonna preview it. Just go over like the Olympic Games and stuff that they're gonna be playing in. Look at the schedule, what time it starts, how to watch it. Just in general, in case anyone who actually is watching it or wants to watch it will be interested.
I thought, didn't they do the Olympics in Paris last year? The time?
No, it didn't happen yet. It starts this week. That's why I want to talk about it.
No, I mean in 2020. Oh, I guess 2021. Wasn't that in Paris?
That was Tokyo, and they did it in 2022.
Tokyo.
They did it in 2022
We
in
all
front of
saw
no
Gable
audience.
Stevenson at that Olympics, and then signed a WWE contract weeks later.
And then you had the Simone Biles thing that Max Caster got fucking suspended for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Paris, Tokyo, same thing.
Or she's fucking a basketball player now.
Completely different continents and countries, Casey. Nice try.
Well,
so
I hear
Kratos,
Simone Biles is fucking some basketball player now.
wouldn't be surprised. So Kratos, since I said we'd cover the first topic, since Casey nicely actually segued right into it, let's catch up with you. How have you been doing, and what you been up to recently?
Just working, playing games. That's about it. That was some bullshit over the weekend. I'm
dealing with my fair share of that every fucking day lately, and it just seems like it's never gonna fucking end. But yeah, so you've been doing all right and everything. Everything good. No complaints really, right? So where do you guys?
I've just been dealing with some things with people bugging me for money again. And I'm like, fuck off, leave me alone.
Right. So where do you guys want to go next? Do you want to do the Monopoly bag, the table bag, or do you want to do the Olympics preview?
Let's do the Olympics preview.
Casey wants McDonald's. Of course he does.
I did have McDonald's breakfast today.
I only say the Olympics preview so that way we can get the McDonald's thing done last. So that way, Casey's all hungry, waiting for the topic to start.
Well, technically it won't be the last thing. I mean, I could make it the last thing.
I mean, second to last, obviously, because of the Jeopardy thing.
Yeah, and Tex, if Tex is still watching, he could hop back in on that. Well, let's see. Well, that was kind of a split. one of you wants to do the Olympics, one wants to do McDonald's. I'm torn.
I mean, we can do the McDonald's thing. I'm feeling hungry myself anyway.
Well,
I just think it'd be more
the one.
entertaining.
That's the one I have pulled up, so I guess that's where we'll go next. All right, this is the McDonald's table bag. It's apparently going to take fast food dining to a whole new level, says Dick Serto. Now, not many news outlets have even covered this thing in the first fucking place. So that ought to tell you something. And the ones that have, let me just make sure. Okay, so I could.
And you said Monopoly?
Okay, so. Put it. This. And, okay. The McDonald's table bag takes fast food dining to a whole new level. Now, this was first shown off at some kind of Milan Design Week type thing in Italy back in December of 2022. And it's finally being talked about now. McDonald's launched this innovative design that changed from a takeout bag into a table in a few short steps. The McDonald's table bag was launched at Milan Design Week back in 2022, but the internet still can't get over this invention that will transport your bag, your Big Mac experience into the future. The table.
I don't think it's a.
The table is the perfect contraption to eat a full 3-course meal from McDonald's, including the new cookies and cream pie. But
nice.
it won't be easy to find. The bag is bigger than your usual McDonald's carrying bag, as you can see in this picture here.
Shit.
No shit, Sherlock.
Bigger than usual McDonald's bag, and is made out of a sturdy cardboard that folds out to make a table. All you have to do is place it on top of a pole or a billboard, which brings it to the waist height. So you need to have something to prop this table on. You can see it right here in this picture. In this picture here, you see the bag folds out into a makeshift cardboard table that you need something to prop it up on.
So basically, you need a bar table, essentially. You have a personal bar table for McDonald's. They can lug around because it's made out of fucking cardboard.
Now, can I ask you, how can this possibly serve anybody?
I want to know how much this shit is going to cost.
Well, obviously it shouldn't cost much, but like,
where are you going to
put those? You're gonna have to put this on like one of those poles, like let's say like at the gas stations. You know, those poles that prevents you from driving into the store.
Yeah.
So something like that. So like, hold on, that's a great place to put our McDonald's and eat there.
Yeah, like you're not going to take this bag home and use it at home. You have your own fucking table, one would hope.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be a bad idea. Let's say, like, maybe, like, you have a small, let's say, like, I got a small coffee table that I use, and it's cluttered. So maybe I would break that out and make that as a mini table for my fast food. So, but why you need to find a pole? Like
you need something to stick in the fucking bottom of the bag that opens up into the table to prop it up. Otherwise, it's not going to stand up or be sturdy at all.
That's just stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to have something like that at the ready?
You know what? A stripper pole. You just drop it down, and some of those were like some people just make them where they span and from the ground to the ceiling, so you just take it and tear it in half. That's the only thing I can think of.
So this says, once you've unfolded your cardboard tabletop, it's enough to fit in 2 sets of burgers and fries and cup holders for a pair of drinks as well. When you're done using it as a table, you can bring it to a recycling bin since the entire thing is fully recyclable.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not going to find a recycling bin. I'll find the nearest trash can.
Will the McDonald's bag be available in the United States? The table bag was an ingenious marketing strategy launched by the McDonald's during Design Week, wherein Milan was so busy it was often difficult to find a place to eat. People who ordered their McDonald's on the app got their food in this special bag and bollards. So apparently they were supplied the fucking thing to hold the fucking table on. Around in the city, and had signs saying, "Use me as a table," along with a QR code showing diners how to use their table bag. We actually have a video here. I don't know if we could probably look at it. I'll just have to.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It'll fucking load, that is. Okay, here we go.
That turns into a table.
Holy shit! So it's
loud?
It's very fucking loud, and I can't lower it. Actually, I can. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do it this way because it's got the volume slide, the volume thing that either has the fucking thing or like mute or not. But yeah, anyway, So here's what it looks like if you guys watch the stream. So it's got to load again. But what the hell?
McDonald's have genuinely made a bag that turns into a table. The idea was rolled out in Milan during one of the city's busiest events, Design Week. As you can imagine, this meant a lot of people were struggling to find a place to eat, except for those who placed their order on the McDonald's app. Those who placed their order during this event were each given a McDonald's table bag. Table bag allowed for design enthusiasts to comfortably enjoy their meal, at a time where it seemed impossible to find a free place to eat.
What's my white bag? I forgot I got blocked.
100% riciclabile.
McDonald's aren't planning to roll this out internationally just yet, but as far as a marketing tactic goes, I'm loving it.
So that was your table bag. They didn't show much of the table bag of the table. So like if maybe we could scrub through this and take a look at it again.
You placed the
Let's see.
Hey, you forgot to tell me to cover up my camera. I had to remember about doing that. So I exposed myself for a while.
Oh dear, Casey, Jesus Christ. Alright, so let's scrub through this again, and this is what the table bag looks like. So there you go, you see them opening the bag, they're folding it out, and boom, it's a table. And there you have it. What do you think about that?
The design's not bad, minus you had to find a fucking pole. I think that's a stupid.
Oh, I just exited out of the fucking article.
Like, I think they should. Like, if you're gonna eat, why would you be eating outside? By the way, like, you standing up eating this, and then,
Here's a GIF of the table bag right here. There you go. You can see the GIF unfolding it right there. There you go. You get the food and the cups in the middle.
it's not bad. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's a bad design, but they should make it where you can put it like maybe a little taller, so you can put it on the ground, like if you're sitting on a couch.
Yeah, I accidentally exited out of the freaking article. Now I'm trying to find the article again. Let me see. Pull it up in my history. Where is it? Here it is. Nope. McDonald's. Okay, here we go. I think nope. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so let's finish the article now. Let's turn this back up. Get rid of that. Let's fix the article. Actually, no, we could leave it as this. That's fine. Casey's covered up. Casey is covered, guys. Alright, so it says, although McDonald's have not announced that these would ever become a prevalent feature, a permanent feature, people on TikTok were seriously impressed by the marketing ploy, with people commending the McDonald's engineers for being from the future. Others weren't so sure and were left wishing that McDonald's would instead invest in inventing a paper straw that didn't go soggy. I agree. Someone also criticized the fast food chain for this, saying that that's crazy. They can build a portable table, but not an ice cream machine that works.
That's funny.
So, thoughts on this table bag? It doesn't say how much it is or how much it was costing out in Milan or anything, but based on that, yeah. So, what do you guys think of it? I think it's not a terrible idea, but I think it's kind of a stupid invention at the same time.
I think it's stupid invention because you have to find a pole. Like I said,
you have to find a pole or something to fucking prop it up on, which is really dumb.
Yeah. Like, maybe something to, like, sit inside of it, sure. But, I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's half a bad idea. They could do something better with it, but I think they're trying to fix a problem. They're
creating another problem by trying to fix a problem.
No, they're trying to have a solution for a problem that does exist. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, and here's the thing. How often do you go out to a McDonald's and if you're not going to eat in the store, you eat in your fucking car? Right?
That or at your home, you know?
Like how often you're gonna how often now, like I said, okay, this was Milan, they said it was like really busy that week. But were there really a lot of people just walking around the city getting McDonald's and they couldn't find a place to eat, so they were just walking around with their food and trying to eat while they're walking around the city?
Yeah.
I can't see it being that busy.
No, I agree. I think it's stupid.
It's kind of like putting a hat on a hat, you know? It's what do they say? Good idea, terribly executed.
Yes,
Something
exactly.
like that.
I would agree with that. I would totally agree with that.
So what do you think on the table bag there, Kratos? What do you think about it? I don't even know if he's there at the moment.
But no, I think you nailed it on top of its head that, you know, it's a good idea, but it's executed wrong.
I think if they really wanted to invent a portable table, they could. I mean, yeah, they'd have to make the bag even bigger, and it'd probably cost a little more. But they could like make it so that it has a bottom, so that it doesn't need something to be put inside of it to prop it up.
What about this? Let's say you pay $5, but it could prop up itself, and it's the size like as a small coffee table. Like, what about that?
And another thing, it's made out of cardboard. How sturdy can that be? Would you trust putting your food on something? Would you trust putting your food on that and the thing doesn't fucking collapse or the wind doesn't blow it away?
Well, I mean, if it's small, if it's made to hold it, so I think they did their research on that. But I don't know. I think it's just weird. Definitely, I was thinking completely something different. I was thinking maybe, like you have like they put a bag, like almost like a trash bag kind of thing, and when you're done, like, and if like let's say you're eating at the store or at the restaurant and eat as much as you want, and then you're like, all right, I'm ready to go home, but you still have leftovers, so you zip it up and you take it with you.
No,
Like,
I marked you on the screen, Casey, so everybody knows who you are.
well, I mean, you're supposed to tell me. I forgot that I had to cover myself up, but
Oh man,
I don't know.
man. Oh shit.
But I would pay $5 for a bag table if it's I could sit on my couch and it could be like as a small coffee table, you know.
Or something you can prop on your lap and eat, you know? Like, you know how they have those, like, you know, they have those portable laptop tables that people put their laptops
Yeah.
on, and they sit them, you know, they sit it on their lap while they're on the couch or sitting on their bed or something. You know, you could even do that with it.
Yeah, true, but I wouldn't pay much. I wouldn't pay for that.
Oh, well, I don't know where Kratos is. He might have fallen off the face of the earth for all I know.
He's dead.
But all right, well, let's
dead.
let's cover the Summer Olympics. We're gonna go over this stuff real quick. We're gonna go over the list of sports, and then we have the schedule. We're not gonna, like, you know, just like run through everything. We're just gonna say like when it starts, what they're gonna be doing, and I would imagine this is I want to say local time, so I don't know when it's going to be on TV. Times and scoring provided by Omega. Results provided by this. Okay. So yeah, I want to say it's. I want to say this is based on Paris time. So we'll go over the sports schedules and results. Schedule overview. Here we go. Oh, that's a mess. Okay, never mind. So first off, it runs from July 24th to August 10th, I believe. We have how to watch and everything on here. So first off, we have the list of sports or games, however you want to see it. There we go. I see it did the wrong. Here we go. Boom. Okay. So here we have the list of everything that's being taken place. So I take it, Casey, you don't really watch the Olympics, right?
Nah, not really.
I don't really either, but like if somebody's watching it, I'll sit down and watch it for, you know, or if like I'm at a doctor's office or something, you know, for like an appointment or something, and it's on the TV, I'll sit there and watch it while I'm there. But I won't go out of my way to watch.
No, definitely not. I have no desire. I'm busy with my life that I have no desire for it.
But this is what you can expect at the 2024 Paris Olympics. We have archery, artistic gymnastics, artistic swimming, athletics, badminton, basketball 3-on-3, beach volleyball, boxing, breaking, whatever that is, probably board breaking, canoe slaloms, canoe sprint, cycling BMX freestyle event, cycling BMX racing, cycling mountain bikes, cycling road, cycling track. I don't know what the difference between these are. Diving, equestrian, which I don't even know what the fuck equestrian is. Fencing, football, aka soccer, golf, handball, hockey, judo, marathon swimming, modern pentathlon, rhythmic gymnastics, rowing.
What the hell is that?
It's kind of like synchronized swimming, if you've ever seen something like that. Sort of like, kind of. Let's see. Rowing, rugby sevens. I don't know what the hell that is. I know what rugby is. I don't know what rugby sevens is. Sailing, shooting, skateboarding, sport climbing, surfing, swimming, table tennis, aka ping pong, taekwondo, tennis, trampoline, triathlon, volleyball, water polo, weightlifting, and wrestling. Not the kind of wrestling on TV.
Oh.
And this Olympics is this year sponsored by Abinbev, never heard of them. Airbnb, Alibaba, I've heard of them. Alliance, Atos, I don't know what Atos is. Bridgestone Tires, Coca-Cola, Deloitte, I don't know what that is. Intel, Omega, Panasonic, P&G, I don't know what that is either.
PSP?
P&G. Samsung, Toyota, and Visa. No MasterCard. Let me see. Does this actually tell how to watch the Olympics on here? I actually don't think it does. I'll have to see how to actually watch it. Let's see. What does the play button do? Join, play, vote, and share. Rugby. Yeah, so this is the schedule. We're not, like I said, we're just gonna graze over it. So it goes from the 4th, the 24th of July until August 11th. It wraps up on the 11th. So actually, it'll start in the 24th in my time zone, but it's actually the 25th there, and it'll end on the 11th. So we got soccer starting on the 24th at, I guess, I want to say, I don't know, I'm guessing it's 9 p.m. Or 9 a.m. I want to say 9 p.m. And that you got soccer and rugby on the 24th from 9 to 12. Okay, yeah, so that is 9 a.m. until noon. Then you got more from 1 p.m., more rugby and soccer so pretty much you have it all the way up until 3:30 p.m. The 25th, you have handball at 9 a.m., archery at 9:30 a.m., more handball. 5 a.m. for handball? That's a little early. 3 a.m., I'm sorry. Starts at 3 a.m. on the 25th, where I am. 3 a.m. for handball and archery. And then at 8 a.m. you have more rugby. 8:15 more archery. 8:30 until 10 a.m. you have more rugby. 10 a.m. you have more handball. You got soccer again, begins at 11 a.m. that day, and that runs until 1 p.m. This is pretty much what you got, and it tells you the teams that's going, battling who. For the women's and the men's. Shooting starts on July 26th.
Like drive-by shooting?
Shooting, Casey. Like sports shooting.
Oh.
The 27th is badminton. That'll start at 2:30 a.m. Who the fuck is going to be awake at 2:30 a.m. to watch the Olympics? Jesus Christ. Handball at 3 a.m. Then you got rowing, more shooting, volleyball at 3 a.m. on the 27th. Equestrian at 3:30 a.m. Fencing at 4 a.m., hockey at 4 a.m., judo at 4 a.m. More rowing, more hockey, more fencing, more shooting.
Hold on, hockey though. That's a Winter Olympic.
I could see you would think that, but considering that hockey, at least the NHL, is played like through the spring and it like ends when the summer starts. I guess that's why they're doing it. There's no baseball though.
Stupid.
You got basketball on the 27th at 5 a.m. You got more of this other stuff. You got swimming at 5 a.m. Skateboarding, tennis. There's a lot of stuff here. This is the 27th is a big day. Holy shit! And how do you watch all of these events when they're all at the same exact time? I don't understand this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got table tennis, artistic gymnastics, water polo, judo, more rugby, more shooting. Man, there's gonna be a lot of guns at this place, man. Hopefully somebody don't get a hold of one illegally. That could be a problem. Got boxing. The 27th is a huge day. Holy shit, it's still going. This is only at getting into 1 p.m. This is still going. More hockey. Like all the sports are like in one day on the 27th. Then the 28th, you got more badminton, beach volleyball, handball, rowing, shooting, volleyball. More of the same shit. Alright, we're fucking around here. Stop. Please.
Who are you talking to?
The fucking page kept fucking bugging out on me. Yeah, the 27th and the 28th is a huge day because that's the weekend. The weekend's obviously going to be the biggest. The 29th is a Monday, and it just keeps going with all the same events. And it goes all the way until... You get the point. It goes all the way until fucking August 11th. Now, let's see if I can... Let's see. Go to Google. Watch. Summer... Oh, excuse me. All right, Olympics Games 2024 Paris. So this says the 26th, but we just saw the schedule said the 24th. You can watch it live on TV, the NBC if you have cable, or you can watch it on Peacock if you have streaming. Let's see the schedule. It starts in 4 days, 13 hours. Okay, so the 24th, right here. It starts at 8 a.m. on July 24th, which is Wednesday. 8 a.m. Eastern Time, for anyone who cares. The USA Network. USA Network in America. So they're not just running it on NBC, they're going to run it on multiple TV stations.
That would make sense.
USA Network, yeah. And then the last day, again, is August 11th. Let's see if it'll let me go that far, which... Okay, here we go. And the last event is going to end... It actually tells you what's on what. USA, Telemundo, NBC.
Oh, Telemundo!
The last event will air on the 11th of August at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And it will be a preview of the next location, which is going to be in the United States, in LA. 2028. Closing ceremony will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Apparently it's a 3-hour ceremony. The final event will be wrestling at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wrestling?
No, Casey.
Will AEW and WWE gonna be there?
I wish. That would give me a reason to watch it. But there you go. That's your Olympics preview and whatnot. I just wanted to show you guys that. Again, these are the list of events that are going to be competed in. And Google's your best friend if you want to keep track of the schedule, because Lord knows I won't.
Fuck that shit.
Is Kratos still dead?
Sounds like he...
I'm here, dudes.
What do you think of the Olympics nonsense? You gonna be watching any of that, or you don't give a shit?
Hell no, I'm not gonna be watching the Olympics, y'all.
Do you like sit and watch it like a little bit? Like I said, if you have to go somewhere and it's on the TV, will you sit there and watch it? Like you won't go out of your way and watch it, but you'll watch it because you're there and it's on.
Repeat that one more time.
No, I was saying like you won't go out of your way to watch it, but like if you have to go out somewhere, like to a doctor's appointment or something, and you're sitting in the waiting room and the Olympics are on the TV, will you sit there and watch it because you're there and it's on? But you won't actually go out of your way to watch it at home?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
So we are pretty much in the same boat on that. Well, since you disappeared before, what are your final thoughts on that whole McDonald's table bag nonsense?
Looks like a waste of money.
Well, I agree with you there. But, all right,
Depending on how much it costs, it looks like a waste of money.
Yeah, we don't know how much it costs, and we don't know if it's going to come to America or what countries is even going to have it. Well, now we've come to our final topic. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. So 6 months ago, there was some pro wrestling Jeopardy questions, and you can see the first one right here. I'm going to scrub through this video, and I'm going to ask you guys these questions. Obviously, the answers are not here. There, I believe, are 5 or 6 of them, and then there's one more, which is the reason why I came to this in the first place. So you guys can have fun with this. It's a little bit of trivia. Let's see how many questions you guys get right, because I do know the answers to these questions, because I watched the video in full. Now, the first one is... This hold did rock when Rick the Nature Boy Flair made Ricky Steamboat sleep like a baby in a classic 1989 match. So basically,
what is Beach Bash?
Say that again, Kratos?
What is Beach Bash?
No, it's the wrestling move. The wrestling hold he applied. That put Ricky Steamboat to sleep.
The sleeper hold?
The answer is like a question, Casey. What is the sleeper hold?
Well, that is not the correct answer. The answer was a cradle.
The cradle?
Rock, baby. You know,
rock, inside the cradle.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's so stupid.
Inside cradle, right.
That's a... Oh, my God.
All right. So
that is so...
Next question. All right, here we go. Randy Savage went by this nickname also the first top 40 hit for the Village People in 1978.
What is Macho Man?
You guys got that one. That one's obvious. That's so easy. I don't think he went by anything else in his career, right?
I think he has, but...
I mean, he went by Macho King, but other than that, it's like...
Not only that, but I think he was something else, though, too.
This one's so easy because it's not a question, it's a picture. Basically, who is this?
Roddy Piper.
Who is Roddy Piper? That one's easy because that was a picture. Next question. Better get ready, brother. This alternative WWE legend who flexed 24-inch pythons played Thunder Lips in Rocky III.
Hogan.
Who is Hulk Hogan?
I mean, if it didn't give it away in the fucking question, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the fourth one. Here comes the next question. In 1987, a reported 93,173 filled Michigan's Silverdome to see the third holding of this crazed event.
What is WrestleMania
3?
Yep. And the next question, I believe, is the last one. Oh, nope, there is no more questions. That was only 5. Okay, now that brings me to why I even came to this in the first place. Because this question, which I found on Twitter, somebody posted it on Twitter on July 11th. It was, I guess, this was on the July 11th episode of Jeopardy. This was last week. I don't know if it was a rerun or if it was a new episode, but this one is Rick and Scott Steiner were 80s NCAA stars at Michigan before winning 7 WCW titles in this event in which partners touch and take turns.
What? Tag team?
Right, a tag team match. Exactly. That has to be the worst description of a tag team match I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
Tag team event in which partners touch and take turns. That sounds so wrong and so dirty. And you can see that was legitimate because you can see the bottom of the person's TV here, and they took the picture on an angle.
Yeah.
So that wasn't photoshopped or fucking made up. Let's see. Let's read some of these comments. What is phrasing? What an idiosyncratic fashion with which to depict what is a tag team. What are gangbangs?
What are gangbangs?
This fucking person answered, "What is a train?" That actually was on TV. That was the person's answer on TV. What is a train? And he's laughing with his arms up, like I don't fucking know. What is a circle jerk? Somebody said. What is holla if you hear me? My kind of question. I could easily win Jeopardy if it was all about pro wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, some people say wrestling is gay, but I don't see what they mean. From now on, all tag team matches in my head will be called touch and take turns.
Touch and take turns. That's brilliant.
Somewhere in this is a Missy Hyatt joke.
Oh my god.
A threesome.
Oh my god.
What is a double team, Alex? Yeah. What is a spit roast? Oh Jesus. Oh man. Another one said circle jerk.
I think that's brilliant.
What is running a train, Alex? Well, to be fair, if it said tag instead of touch, it would have made it too easy to ask the question. What is a tag team match?
Yeah, true.
They could have picked another fucking word for touch. You know?
True, but
Who is Missy Hyatt? Could this answer be worded any more lewd? Talk about a double entendre. Oh boy. What is butt stuff?
oh, that's fucked up.
I think Scott Steiner wrote this question. If you ask someone what is tag team wrestling and this is how they answered, I would feel like I've learned nothing.
That's funny though.
What is Eiffel Towering that hoe?
Oh my god.
Oh shit! I'm glad I'm not monetized yet.
I think it'd be okay.
Oh man. Let's see. Any more of this? Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Wow, I think they need to reevaluate the writers on that show. Good lord,
Yeah,
that's
no
awful.
shit. I agree with that.
They also professionally wrestled as a tag team. So, what is wrestling? I'll take potables for 33 and a third, Alex. Somebody actually had a video of it. Oh God. What is tag? All she said is what is tag, and she got it right. That wasn't the actual answer, so she should have been wrong. What is a tag team match? You know what would have been really funny is if fucking Theodore Long would have popped up out of the fucking, or Teddy Long would have popped out of the crowd center like, I'm booking y'all in a tag team match against The Undertaker. Oh man, I thought that video was only a myth. What is a big bad booty daddy?
Oh my god.
Is this real? Because what the fuck? Quality Jeopardy question right there. What is Mick Manning, Alex? Oh no. Oh, he called it Mick Manning. Oh my god. That's fucked up.
I had to think about that for a second.
The Vince Russo era of WCW was wild. What is clean and jerk? What is the National Yo-Yo League? What is Marco Polo? Knowing Scott Steiner, there's a bit of ambiguity to which event this could be.
The correct answer is fake athletics.
Yeah, the correct answer is fake athletics. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Tony Khan, what is a trio's titles? Oh no, sorry, we were looking for tag team wrestling. No, but seriously, we're looking for tag team wrestling. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's funny. Braun Breaker is hearing about this in the locker room. What is Freaks 9 days out of the week? Teddy Long foaming at the mouth.
I'm surprised someone didn't say, what is Scott Steiner's opinion of Texas?
What are boner parties?
If you get the reference from the Nitro episode, he said that promo in.
No, because I didn't watch Nitro.
You know what? You know, who knows what promo I'm talking about anyway from '98?
Wrestling or an orgy? Or both.
Where basically Scott Steiner quoted Full Metal Jacket about Texas being full of steers and you know what.
Oh yeah. So somebody. Oh okay. I thought that this person made their PFP a Jeopardy question because it looked like it. And what is an orgy? Does this make my wife and I a tag team?
Yeah, there you go. That's funny. Touch and go. Touch and take turns.
What is marital bliss? Oh, marital bliss. What is butt stuff? Not even Pride Month is that gay. Oh God. What is the fuck? What is double Dutch? What is double Dutch rudder? Then said. Oh shit.
What is a trash bag hoe?
Not AEW tag teams. They don't take turns.
Oh.
Shit. I feel like Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis would know the answer to this question.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, square dancing. What is a Hollywood orgy? What is unintelligible? What is freaks and peaks? That should have been phrased better. What is tag team wrestling? This one definitely goes out to all his genetic freaks out there. Who in the fuck wrote this? Whoever wrote that should have been fired. Oh man, well, that's fucking funny. Oh man, well, we covered all our topics for tonight. Unless you guys have anything else, so we can get on out of here.
Nah, I'm ready to hit the hay. I'm tired.
We're almost 2.5 hours in. Steve Callan's over here laughing his ass off.
I'm too busy coughing from all the heat from this Nashville hot sauce stuffed shrimp.
So before we get on out of here and we say our plugs for the night, you guys going to see the Deadpool and Wolverine movie this weekend?
Nope.
Hell yeah.
That'll work.
I mean,
I'll be seeing it on Friday.
I definitely want to go watch it, definitely.
I'm going to take my brother to see it for his birthday.
But I also want to go watch Twisters. I was planning to do that today, but I just decided to. I overslept and got up, walked Duke, and then took a nap for a while, and just relaxed. Because this week, and it sucked because I had flooding in the kitchen and the bathroom.
Did that happen from upstairs again?
No, this time I guess the piping from lower end this time from my neighbors because I came home and I noticed like little puddles around my dog's balls, so I thought maybe he pissed all over it. And then I looked at it, it was all over the kitchen floor, and then it's in the bathroom floor. Wow. And I cleaned it up, and then I thought maybe it was done, and then it flooded two more times. So I had to miss work Thursday, get them to come over here, and spent Thursday to vacuum it up and Saturday as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, these two names in Destiny just made my fucking night.
Oh boy.
A funny way.
I could only imagine.
One guy has the Bungie name Kush, disciple of smoke, aka pot.
Right.
Another one has 609 Chalupa Supreme. I'm like, a Chalupa Supreme is 609 now? Jesus Christ.
Reminds me of the time I was playing SOCOM and we had a guy that came into our game. His name was Pussy Stretcher.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've seen crazier. Lizzie Goblin, Snugglepuss.
Snugglepuss.
All in Destiny.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I definitely don't doubt it.
ISIS killed my goat is one.
Jesus. I'm surprised names like that don't get banned, though. Mentioning ISIS and stuff.
No. Here's one that should have been banned. God's drunkest driver. I guess they were talking about Casey when they made that one.
Oh, why me?
I'm busting your balls, man. Jesus Christ. Considering you drive with your phone on and record while you drive, like for a YouTube video.
Well, he'd be God's distracted driver then, not drunkest. But anyways,
then again, he'd also be arrested for that anyway.
You can get
But
arrested.
hey,
You can get arrested
you know
for
who
driving
really
and
is
recording.
God's drunkest driver? Kimberly.
I mean, DDP's wife?
No, Kimberly of from TNA.
Oh.
She was the ex-wife of Nash Carter. You know, the same ex-wife who shared the picture of Nash Carter with a Hitler mustache doing the Hitler salute
I don't think I've seen that one.
on
Nice.
Snapchat a couple years back.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's what got him fired It's what got him fired anyway from NXT. It's the report it's the thing that got him fired because she claims domestic violence from him. Her Wes Lee's wife claimed he's been avoiding her domestic abuse. And the fact that she checked herself into a mental hospital to get better, which didn't help. And here's another thing. The bitch was arrested for drunk driving to the point where 5 hours after the fact, she took a breathalyzer test. 0.140. 5 hours after she got arrested, her breathalyzer test at the hospital was a 0.140. So imagine how drunk she was at the incident where she got pulled over.
I would just like to shout out the fact that my Biden coverage got more concurrent viewers live than the Horny Goat currently has right now.
God damn. Oh well.
Not throwing shade at those guys, but I just thought it was funny.
It's all
Sounds
right.
like shade to me, if you ask me.
Well, we all know like no one likes Biden over there. Everyone hates Biden in that camp. Even Canadian Basement, he's up in Canada, essentially. Then again, Justin Trudeau runs his country, so goes hand in hand. Because Justin Trudeau has said, if we take away the guns, the crime rate will go down. I've seen a meme of that going with the guy from like a bowling alley going, and if stupid could fly, you'd be a jet.
Oh, shit. Well, if you guys are ready to get out of here, we'll wrap it up. We'll do our plugs, and we'll get out of here in about 2.5 hours tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm tired.
All right. Well, Kratos, since you're usually the fastest, I'll start with you. Do you got anything you want to plug or talk about?
I may or may not be streaming tomorrow after I take my dad's friend to get his license.
All right. And where can we find you at?
If you do. Retake his driving test, I mean.
If you do, where can we find that at?
You can find it on twitch.tv/OTS_Kratos. Last time I tried streaming was the launch of Final Shape, and that went nowhere because
we all know how that
down.
We all know how that launch
and
happened.
all over the place.
Speaking of down servers, let me bring this up real quick. Xbox, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but I fucking let Xbox have it the other night. As I was playing Forza Motorsport and I was doing this 20-lap endurance race, their game. I had to spend 300,000 credits on a car because I didn't have the car for that race. And while I was doing the race, the servers, the Xbox Live servers go down. And because games...
Was this on Monday or Thursday?
Wednesday. Was it Thursday? No, it was, I want to say Wednesday.
The little sign-in stuff had an outage on Thursday.
Might have been Thursday. You know what? Let me look at my tweet real quick.
Yeah,
I'll tell you exactly
I was
what day it
playing on
was.
Thursday, and it went out as I got the new raid exotic for Destiny.
Yeah, I
one clear.
Yeah, here we go. It was the 18th, so it was Thursday.
Yeah.
So I was
playing during that time.
I was doing this event, and because all games these days have to be online to play them, even if you're playing offline, which I think is bullshit. By the time I finished the race, the servers were down. So the race ended up not counting, and it took me an hour to do it.
Jesus.
Now I can't do that race again, so I wasted 300,000 credits for nothing. So I said, thanks, Xbox. Your shit online service just cost me an hour of progress on Forza Motorsport. I just finished a 20-lap race in the featured events only for it to not count because your services are experiencing issues again. Xbox, this is the second time this month your services have taken a shit on us. PlayStation doesn't even have this much of a problem. Yet you want to raise your prices of your services. Unreal.
Agreed.
I don't know how long it was out the other day, but the first time it happened in the beginning of the month, it was out literally for like half the day.
9.5 hours.
9.5 hours. So it went out into the next day.
The problem started at like noon Central. They weren't fixed until after 9 o'clock Central.
So I didn't notice it. Happened to me until around 8 p.m. Eastern. So I guess I just got lucky for a little while.
It was a situation for all Xboxes at the time.
Well, I mean, I wasn't.
It was a situation for all Xboxes.
I mean, I wasn't.
Nothing was working on signing in.
I wasn't playing throughout the day that day, but when I got online, it let me log into the game and everything else, and it didn't give me shit until I happened to beat the race, and it told me that the services were fucked up. So if it was messed up beforehand, I shouldn't have been able to even play the game because I couldn't sign in to activate my Game Pass game. But yeah, so that fucking aggravated the shit out of me. But yeah, anyways, Casey, what do you got?
Well, you also have to remember, Sony has problems like this every 2 weeks and to 2 months at a time.
It hasn't happened on PlayStation in months. Long time, actually.
It just happened on PlayStation last year where they had a fucking data leak.
Yeah, last year.
Last month. They had a data leak last month.
Yeah, that was a data leak, but the services didn't go down. The services haven't gone down in a while.
The only reason why I bring up the data leak, they have a data leak once every 2 weeks to 2 months at a time every year.
PlayStation has a problem with their fucking security, their back-end security, but at least they know how to keep their servers online. But yeah, Casey,
they need to take their security off of the Indian McDonald's Wi-Fi to have it on in the servers.
I hope
they need to take their security off that Indian McDonald's Wi-Fi bullshit because it keeps getting hacked every time.
Yeah, they suffer a lot of hacks, but like I said, at least they keep their servers up.
For now,
Casey, what do you got going on? And what have you done recently? What do you got coming up?
I got a bunch of Sega Saturn games that I've been doing. I decided to move on and do that. Right now, like I had starting from the one that's really doing good is WWF in Your House for the Sega Saturn. You got Sonic 3D Blast, Road Rash, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, the movie, the video game, Tetris.
Oh my god, that fucking train wreck.
And also, I did a live unboxing and gameplay of the Nintendo World Championship NES edition.
You did get that game. I want that game too.
Don't bother. Don't get it. It's horrible.
I'm hearing good things about it though. I mean, essentially, it's like NES Remix, right?
Yeah, that's all you can is doing it like a small amount of NES Remix. That's all it is.
I've never played NES Remix, so
it's not like NES Remix, but this is just like I feel like they found the end. They were done.
Casey's got 4 subs more than me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
These are past live streams, his videos here. Tetris S. He's done a few days ago.
I call it Tetris. Because if you look at the
holy shit, art. Casey, that's a good one.
What?
The In Your House has almost 1,000 views in 10 days.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
not
seems
bad.
it seems like it takes a few days for it to finally to go up. Like uh oh gosh, the other one that broke over 100 recently.
Uh,
Let's see.
the Street Fighter one
Uh,
did
yeah, Street Fighter. A recent that's
132.
3 days ago. So it's
Uh,
still good. And like Tetris
This one,
yesterday.
11 days ago, is at 139. The Sonic Extreme one. How did you get your
I
How did you get your hands on that game, Casey? The gameplay
Which
for it.
one?
Sonic Extreme.
Oh, there's a ROM out there.
Oh, okay.
I burn it on a CD. Even though the same thing is, when I say Sega Saturn, you're not is supposed to be not able to play burn games, but if you have a action replay cart that's been flashed, it will play burn games.
Right.
And some people think I'm using emulation because when I leave my action replay in, it's trying to skip over it looking for the copyright protection. So it skips it.
Do me a
But
favor, guys. Do me a favor, guys. When you go to Casey's channel, you see the subscribed button. Click the button that says subscribed. Okay.
I appreciate that.
You don't get it.
'Cause-
I'm talking about the people that are already subscribed to you. I'm telling them to click the button.
Oh, click it. Say
To unsub,
unsubscribe.
Casey.
Okay, you're a dick.
The Callan
But-
goes, that's why I don't have Xbox. He says unsub to Casey.
Well, I'm currently remember which game. Oh yeah, I'm currently editing Bubble Bobble for
The what now?
Bubble Bobble.
Say the name of that without the fucking dick in your mouth.
Bubble Bobble.
Bobble? What?
Bubble Bobble.
There you go. Jesus Christ.
And Rainbow Island for the Sega Saturn. So, I'm in the middle of editing that right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I have a whole stack of Saturn games that I decided to do. I decided to move on from the Master System games for right now.
Yeah, it's good to change it up, here and there to keep the content fresh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Now,
Well, I gotta go. Dukas wants me to walk.
now, for me, real quick, before Casey fucking jumps ship. Oh, look at that. I lost a sub tonight. How about that?
What?
I lost a sub tonight.
Oh.
So I really haven't
I gotta
uploaded.
go.
I haven't really uploaded anything, but this is just old stuff. The Vanguard game was something I recorded last year and just never uploaded. I did the Borderlands. I'm playing Borderlands on live stream for in honor of the movie coming out in 3 weeks. So I'll be doing that over the next couple of weeks until I beat it. I started another Pokemon ROM hack called Scorched Silver, which is a Johto game set 20 years after the original Gold and Silver game. Obviously, it's a ROM hack, so it's a fan game. I finished Paper Mario 1000 Year Door last week. We did Forza. We'll be doing Forza again tomorrow night. I did a full long play of Donkey Kong Country 3. That's what I've done recently. Tomorrow I have, again, Forza Horizon 5 with Sosi. That'll be part 27. I don't know if I'll stream anything else with that tomorrow. Tuesday I'm not going to stream. And then depending on what the weather does, Wednesday and Thursday will depend on if I stream at all. If I do, Wednesday I'll do more Borderlands. Thursday I'll probably do more Pokemon Scorched Silver. And then next weekend, I don't know yet. I was prepared to go on Casey's channel last night, but he had a certain somebody on last night, so I just couldn't go on. I wasn't going to deal with that bullshit. So, anyways, that's it for me. That's it for Kratos. That's it for Casey. Casey's out taking his dog out behind the shed, if you know what I mean. But I am going to say thanks for watching. Check out D-Road Gaming Live, OCRP, GTA 5 roleplay videos, and live streams over there on the channel. Follow me right here on YouTube and Twitch. Subscribe to both channels. I'd greatly appreciate it if you're not already. Especially Twitch, because if you have Twitch Prime, it don't cost you a dime, and I'll get paid for it at the same time. Anything is greatly appreciated. Callan, thanks. He says, great stream as always. Next stream will be August 4th. It'll be episode 96. It will be the Derailed Tex Fantasy Football draft. So that'll be episode 96, August 4th. I don't know what time we'll start yet, but I'll get with Tex and figure that out. And yeah, so all the links down below. My Twitter is there too, so you know when to go live and upload a video. Anyways, guys, look forward to the content I have coming out this week. And for Casey, what Casey's got coming out, maybe Kratos will stream. If he does, check that out as well. But for MK Kratos and Casey is wrong, my name is The Rose. And I want to say again, thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good night, everybody. And we'll catch your ass down the road.